Sooner or later, in all anime stories, there is a time jump or a time skip, and in the anime Boruto this should also happen, judging by the events of the manga. Enjoy watching, everyone. In chapter 56, it was hinted to us that the characters cannot remain so weak. In addition, Team 7 is actually disbanded as Boruto is no longer able to complete missions. This always happens before major changes in the story, and often these changes are followed by a time skip, which allows the author to change the design of the characters or even make the character older. In the anime Naruto we saw this 3 times. In Shippuden, young Naruto Uzumaki had to confront the Akatsuki organization and sought to bring Sasuke back to the village, but he lacked the strength to achieve this. Therefore, Kishimoto sent him to train with Jiraiya. After that, our main character returned older and with a slightly changed character, design, and strength. This allowed for a smooth transition from one part of the story to another. Then a jump in time after the battle with Kaguya, where we saw Naruto even more adult, who was already interested in love and relationship with Hinata. And the final transformation is the formation of the Hokage. All these changes are the time skip, and now Boruto is finally approaching these changes. In the manga, most likely, there will be one more, maximum 2 chapters, and we will see the younger Uzumaki as an adult and apparently very strong, since during his training, he must learn to use Jogun, control karma, and go through many other tests. It is not yet clear where exactly his training will take place. In future chapters we will most likely become aware of all this, but apparently Boruto will leave the village, possibly with Sasuke, and this will be due to the fact that the younger Uzumaki can release Momoshiki from his control and he will destroy Konoha. Therefore, the best option is to travel with Uchiha and Kawaki, judging by the references and hints in chapter 56, will remain in the village, where Amato will continue to research karma, which will allow Kawaki to use Otsutsuki's power again. This will be done in order to find out and understand whether Boruto or Kawaki himself is capable of creating his own vessel. In addition, at the same time, Kawaki will train with the 7th, thanks to which he will become proficient in ninja techniques. And judging by the hints we saw in the chapter, Sumire will be on Amato's medical team. This means that, in the future, she will ideally know everything about karma, and she will study it all very thoroughly since she is in love with Boruto, so maybe we'll see them as a couple. It's not clear about Sarada, since it would be logical to assume that she should train with Sasuke in order to improve her Mangekyo Sharingan. But if Uchiha goes with Boruto, then his daughter is left with only training with Sakura and the study of Byakugo, which will also allow her to become stronger. Plus, Amato may have a lot to say about this technique. In addition to this, we can learn a lot more from Sakura herself and Sanada, and about what kind of Byakugo is and why her mark is similar to karma. So, anyway, Sarada will become stronger like Boruto on his journey in Kawaki by training with the Hokage. With Mitsuki, everything is much easier. He will return to Orochimaru for training to protect his son, or even his body will be improved thanks to Amato, allowing him to use his true strength without fear of his organs failing. So the son of the serpent will become stronger to fight the new threat and to protect loved ones. It is possible that in the future we will see Kawaki being a member of Team 7 while Boruto travels. In the end, these changes may not be shown to us, but it will simply be told that they should happen, and after 2 or 3 years, as was the case with Naruto, Boruto will return to the village where we will see already adult characters. To be honest, I would like not only the new generation to change, but also Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, Hinata, Kakashi, and other old heroes. But when will these events take place? In the manga, as I said, they are about to happen. Perhaps chapter 60 or 58 will be after the time skip. Well, in the anime, everything is a little different. Shippuden, Naruto's first season, ended on episode 220. But Boruto has already had 199 episodes. Therefore, a time skip as close as in the first season of Naruto is impossible, most likely, since only a couple of episodes ago, Kawaki appeared, a character who has not yet been revealed to us. And before the changes that the leap in time brings, we must be shown how Kawaki is changing, how Boruto, Naruto, Hinata and Himawari become his family. And this takes time. This means that at least 40 more episodes should be released. There are rumors on the internet that Boruto's first season will run until episode 246, and this means that the time skip will be after the expiration of all these episodes. But this is unconfirmed information. If you remember how many events still have to happen in the manga, it becomes clear that there will definitely be 50 more episodes. But in any case, no matter how many episodes there are, we will see interesting events. And, perhaps for a while, Boruto will end so that the manga gets ahead ahead of the series for a very long time since, according to statistics, the anime Boruto has the largest number of fillers in the history of long anime. And if there is a time skip, then we will see an adult Boruto, most likely in about a year, or maybe in 2. And if this does not happen, then we will just be looking at just a bunch of useless fillers that have nothing to do with the main plot. But even now, before the time skip, you can see how much Boruto, as the main character, differs from his father and others. And his story, as for me, is one of the most dramatic, no matter how strange it sounds to many. In other anime, characters often become strong in order to protect someone, or become, for example, the Hokage, the king of pirates, and so on. And Boruto, if he gets stronger after the time skip, all this power will go to Momoshiki when he is revived. In fact, there is a lot of pressure on the younger Uzumaki, even more than ever before on Naruto himself, since it was possible to subdue the nine-tailed and restrain him. But Momoshiki, in any case, will be reborn, no matter how Boruto tries to suppress him. And he understands this. Therefore, after the time skip, we should see a completely different protagonist, more serious, responsible for all his actions, and, perhaps, even unhappy. As much as Boruto wants to hide it, I'm sure the authors will focus on it, since, in fact, he is one of the few anime characters whose fate is dire. After all, if he loses chakra, Momoshiki will break free and harm his loved ones. Therefore, we will see a completely new character. And thanks to this, Boruto's story should be even more interesting than it is now. Yes, of course, Naruto was also afraid that Kurama would break free, destroy Konoha, but Momoshiki is different. Other than that, Naruto had no family and didn't have to fear that the monster would break out in front of them. And Boruto is scared. And despite this, he must fight. Although, according to the youngest Uzumaki, he does not know where to strive. Because, in fact, he has no future. Because if there is no way to control karma, Momoshiki will be reborn. And Boruto will disappear forever and will not be able to protect anyone. Therefore, it is obvious that he, along with Sasuke, will go on a journey to get rid of this fear. That's why the time skip will be similar to what we saw in the first season of Naruto, the journey of the teacher and disciple. I am waiting for the time skip like many others, but you shouldn't wait for it more than the manga adaptation, since there are still a lot of interesting things waiting for us before the second season. Team 7 and Kawaki vs Boro, Naruto, and Sasuke vs Jigen, Cash and Koji's battle also vs Jigen, and Ishiki's revival. Well, then, the final battle, where we will see Kurama leave. All this should happen before the time skip. Write in the comments what you think about all this.